Good morning, dear students. Today, in long and short, you will have word problems against as you exercise. Now, almost the chapter is on the verge of being end. So, we have done varied types of sums. And one thing, after you complete these sets of sums one by one, you will try to send them to your respective mathematics teacher for checking. First question. In a football match, there were two teams, XYZ Champs and Armanio. The number of supporters of XYZ Champs were 6,708 and that of Armanio were 6,882. Which team has more supporters and by how much? So basically there are two teams, XYZ Champs and Armanio. The number of supporters of XYZ Champs is 6,708 and that of Armanio is 6,882. So you have to compare them and find out which team has more supporters and by how much, by what quantity. Next, coming to question number 2. On Monday, a bakery sold 1,238 breads, while on Tuesday it sold 1,328 breads. Find on which day the sale was more and by how much. Again, the same type of comparison you have to do and then find out on which particular day the bakery sold more number of breads and by how much and what is the quantity that is sold more. Question number 3. By how much is 3,489 more than 2,398? Whenever you get these types of sums, so you know that you have to subtract the smaller quantity from the greater quantity and then you can get by how much more is 3,489 than 2,398. These are the three questions on the first page, then we move to the second page. Now coming to page number 2, question number 4. In a circus there were 12 lions, 5 tigers, 8 monkeys and 7 parrots in 2008. In 2009 there were 9 lions, 6 tigers, 9 monkeys, 9 parrots. Find the difference in number of animals. So basically what you need to do, for 2008 you have to add up the total number of animals and for 2009 you have to add up the total number of animals. Then you have to compare them. So from comparison you can get what is the number of elements more in any of the years. Then you will find out the difference in the number of animals of in that particular year from the either previous year or the succeeding year. Okay. Now coming to question number 5. Miss Cuckoo sells bottles of mineral water. She had 936 bottles of water at the beginning of December 2020 and 679 bottles at the end of December 2020. So as you can see that there were more number of bottles of mineral water in the beginning of December 2020 and as you can see the quantity is less at the end of December 2020. So you have to find the number of bottles sold in December 2020. So what you can do, considering that they haven't purchased any other bottles from any other seller, so what you will do, from the greater quantity you subtract the smaller quantity and then you can get how many bottles of water were sold in the month of December 2020. Now coming to the last question. Price of a pair of shoes of Extreme costs, suppose this is a brand name Extreme, costs rupees 2,349 while price of a pair of shoes of Zuna costs rupees 2,499. Which costs more and by how much? So you have to find which brand is more costlier and by how much. So this is also a comparison and subtraction based sum. I think you understood what to do. Whenever you write these types of sums, please write down the questions, write the answers, show the calculations, write down the statements of the answers and then make the PDF form, send it to your respective teachers for checking from tomorrow onwards. If possible tomorrow onwards or the next day. In this manner you will just get your copies checked. Thank you students.